I am here, I am queer and full of asexual fear. And welcome back to another video by the Solar System. If you haven't watched the video before this, I'll put a link somewhere and you should probably check that one out because it's a pretty good video. I know because I did half of it. A little bit of self-promotion there, that's alright, it's okay. In today's video I'm going to talk a little bit more about language and why the language we use when talking to people and about people is really important. Language is something that everybody uses to communicate, whether that be verbal language, physical language, like body posture and all that, or like actual like Auslan and like sign language and stuff. It's something that everybody uses worldwide to communicate and ensure that everybody's like wavelengths are on the same everybody's wavelengths are on the same wavelength, like making sure everybody's understanding what everybody's thinking about, saying, doing, all that sort of stuff. It's not really ever somebody else's place to tell you what you can and cannot do or say, to an extent. Like, your freedom of expression is always really important, and I'm always going to be an advocate for that. I'm always going to be like, don't let people tell you what you can and can't say, like don't let people dictate your opinions or your views on things and all that sort of stuff. But having said that, also don't be an arsehole. I know that's probably like really rich coming from me because I'm a quite angry person. Like, I come off very angry. I'm not actually angry all the time. But like, yeah, you shouldn't really be trying to put anyone down. You should be careful with what you say and all that sort of stuff. Have a little bit of maturity about what you're doing and what you're saying, and a little bit of responsibility over what that can do for people. We've got a friend in our uni. He might watch this, but he might not. So we don't really know. And he uses humour as a coping mechanism for various stresses and stuff, and that's alright. Like, we use humour as well. We say some pretty messed up stuff that have other people really concerned, but that's just how we cope with our own stuff. And he does it too, and that's fine. Like, sometimes you're in a situation that you just gotta laugh at, and that's alright. Like, we understand that completely. But the issue comes up when does the personal responsibility kick in between what you find funny and what's actually hurting other people? A lot of his humour is like directed at attacking people, or like pointing out their flaws, or like making fun of their mental stuff or their trauma and stuff. And like, that's where I don't gel well. So we've got a lot of shit going on, a lot of stuff going on constantly in our heads and stuff, and like, some people get that instantly. They're like, yeah, cool, that's fine, we get that, and they don't really press for anything else. They don't want to know, and like, that's good because we don't want to tell you, because like, it's some scary stuff and it's really personal. But like, this friend, like, he got really close with Nexus and stuff, or Necros first and then Nexus, and they were like really close, so he learnt about some of our stuff, some of our trauma and all that, and that's fine. Like, I'm as like primary protector, I'm okay with close friends and stuff, like knowing just a little bit, like a little bit of context, but not enough that it could be used against us. Because, you know, that's not safe. I don't want to be a mistrusting person, but like, baseline, gotta keep everybody safe, right? So she opened up and told him some stuff and all that kind of thing, because, you know, they were close, they were friends, they were good friends and stuff. I think they're still friends. I don't know why I'm using past tense, but who knows. But then, like, his jokes started to come after some of that stuff. They're hanging out and stuff, and he just jokes about it, like, he brings it up, and she's always like, haha, kind of really awkward about it, because it's not something someone would normally like make a joke about. And this is where like people need to be more aware of what their humour can be doing to people. Like, we have brought it up with him before and been like, you know, your jokes seem like personal attacks. They come across like really, really mean. And he always just kind of like brushes it off and he's like, well, that's just my humour. That's just who I am. I'm not going to change for you. And that's where like you get this awkward middle ground where it's like, well, good, like you shouldn't have to change for someone. But also like, what you're doing isn't okay. Like, that's not being a decent human being. Like, you've got to be aware of what other people have gone through. And it's like, if it was just someone else who hadn't been told explicitly, like, this is something that's going to affect me for the rest of my life, like someone who maybe didn't know that we were a system, didn't know that we've got a lot of trauma and that sort of stuff, and they just make a joke out of nowhere, then that's like fine, because it doesn't seem hurtful, like it doesn't seem like it's directed. Like this friend, like, he knows that we're a system, he's like gotten to know a few of us and stuff, but like he still says it, like he still pokes that dagger into somewhere that he knows it shouldn't be. And then like he gets offended when Nexus or Killian will get upset with him and be like, you know, I don't like what you're doing right now, I don't like what you're saying, I don't like the jokes you're making. And he'll get offended. He's like, that's just me, like, you know this, you signed on for this and all that sort of stuff. It's like, well, mate, you've got to look at how your jokes, how your humour is affecting other people. Like, it's actually not that funny. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. It's not that funny. Talking about people's issues, people's like actual mental issues, and you laughing about it, like being really mean and then laughing about it, that's not funny. That's not a joke. A joke is told for the benefit of multiple people. Like, what you're doing is bullying. You're making fun of people for stuff that they can't change or have no control over. And then you just like laugh at it and you're like, haha, I'm such a good comedian. It's like, mate, you're not. That's not how this works. This friend goes to film school with us, so he's trying to become a creator of content for other people. And it's like, well, let's break this down into like film stuff and target audience and that sort of stuff. If you are creating a product that you enjoy and you think is real good, but no one else wants it, they're not being mean to you by saying no. They're the consumer. They have their own right to make up their decision about what they want and don't want. You as a creator can keep chucking stuff that you want to make at them, but they're never going to catch it because they don't want to. They want their own stuff. They want something that they can enjoy. The same as with comedy and humour and stuff. If you keep making jokes that like you want to make and you find funny, but the people around you don't find it funny, you're just chucking jokes at people and they're not picking it up. They don't want that joke to be made. Humour that pokes fun of disabilities and like disorders and stuff is a little bit of a grey area, because people like me, we do joke about that sort of thing, but we have the stuff that we make fun of. Like, my disorders are something that I will make fun of because I've got them. Like, it's really hot in here. Like, oh my god. So language is really, really important no matter who you are, and like, it doesn't even matter if you have a disorder or a disability or something. If someone is making fun of you but hiding it as humour, maybe you don't want to be that person's friend anymore. Like, it takes someone who probably does not care about you at all for them to be continuously doing something that makes you upset. If someone does not have the decent level of human respect for you to know that your feelings matter, don't be friends with that person anymore. Like, them saying that it's humour and that it's funny does not negate the fact that they are doing something that they know hurts you. Why would you want a friend in your life who's going to do that to you? You don't. So don't let them stay. That's how you get stuck in toxic cycles. You let these people who are toxic stay in your life because they're making excuses. If you know that that person making those jokes is cognitively aware of how much it affects you and upsets you, and they keep doing it, it's no longer a joke. It's no longer just them being funny or them trying to make humour out of something. It's not them having a coping strategy to like deal with their own shit. That is someone who is not actually thinking about how shit is going to affect you. That's someone who is doing these things probably because they enjoy watching you struggle, because they enjoy making you uncomfortable. That's a toxic person, and you need to just cut them out of your life. Like, gone. Gone. In this day and age, like, people should know that our words affect each other. What we say can have a massive impact on someone else's life. Just because, like, when did I switch? Oh, hi guys, I'm Archer. I'm Hunter's big brother. I don't really know when I came out. It was somewhere in the middle of a rant. Anyway, where was I? Just because... No, that's not what I was saying. Sorry, my camera died, but I've got it back. And I've got a cat who is wanting love, so he's gonna come here and sit here while we discuss the last bit. If you've got a friend who is not giving you the decent level of respect that you deserve as a human, like, just stop being their friend. Like, as I was saying, it's 2020. People should know how much people's words affect each other and how much what they say can hurt you. You are valid in your feelings of discomfort and like unease. Like, what you feel is not okay is like for you to decide, not for other people to decide. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I just want everyone to be safe in their relationships and to like feel loved and valid and important. And it's really hard to do that if the people you're surrounded with are making these jokes that aren't funny because they're not jokes. If I'm not laughing, it's not funny. It's not because I don't get it. It's not because your humour is so highbrow that like I'm stupid and I don't understand. It's because you're not funny, mate. And that's the bare line. That's it. That's all you should say. When someone does this sort of thing, you just look at them and say, I didn't find that funny. They can go on and on about how you're not understanding their humour and you just don't understand, like, you're not getting... They can go on and on about how it's your fault because you don't understand what they're talking about. They don't understand you don't understand their humour and stuff. But like, no, that's not on you. They're trying to make a joke. Jokes are for other people. They can find it funny. That doesn't make it a joke. It's a joke if you find it funny. I really hope that if you guys are struggling with this sort of thing or have had this sort of thing happen to you guys, that this video has validated your feelings in those situations, but also will help you to get out of them. It's not healthy for you to be putting up with other people's shit. Stop. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's probably going to be more videos about language and why it's important to use the proper language and why it's important to care about what other people think and how they feel. Probably not by me, because I'm not very good at this whole thing. Anyway, there is a thing that we say after all our videos. That's written down. Look at that. Make sure to keep your health bar high, your insanity bar low, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye.